I have the distinct honor today of rising to honor the life of public service of former Assemblyman Harvey Weisenberg. I think it's important, especially during these very important times in Albany where momentous decisions will be made with great impact on our citizenry, that we remember what true leadership is really about. And to have Harvey Weisenberg with us today is a reminder of that. A few weeks ago, I got a walk in the Memorial Day Parade in Long Beach alongside Harvey and bask in his glow and see the adoration of thousands of residents and of what Harvey's leadership had meant to them. And it really inspired me to want him to be here today so I could share with you my feelings and that we could give him the debt of gratitude that he's owed. Harvey Weisenberg sits in our body today with 67 years of public service. First as a special education teacher, then an administrator, a police officer, a lifeguard, a city council member, and then of course an assemblyman who is chair of the Alcoholism Committee in the Assembly. But what Harvey is known for is an unceasing, unflinching, dogged advocacy on behalf of those with developmental disabilities who could not speak for themselves. Harvey has moved mountains. He has done things for not only that community, but others that no one has thought possible because he did what his heart told him to do, what it wouldn't allow him to do anything else, and he never once gave up. Millions and millions, over $100 million have been given to this cause because of his advocacy. And what was once something talked about in the shadows and the darkness, Harvey brought into the light and really built his career around. Now some, who I guess are cynical, have criticized Harvey for focusing too much on this. They've said Harvey is really only about the kids with disabilities. What else is he going to do? That's like basically saying Gandhi focused too much on peace. Mark Twain focused too hard on writing. They should have done other things. But Harvey's work, if it was only in that one area alone, would have been an exemplary career for any of us to admire. But he did so much more than that. Talking to students in our community, up to their grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, and friends, they only know one person in Long Beach who goes by one name. That's Harvey. He is the Bono, the Cher, the Madonna of our community. Everyone knows one thing about Harvey, that he is Long Beach through and through, that he'll fight as hard as he can for our community, and his sense of love, his bear hugs on the boardwalk, his meeting you on the beach, his showing up at every meeting to let you know what the right thing to do is quintessential Long Beach community, and that's what Harvey stands for as well. And in the Assembly, the laws he passed, the lives he changed, the resources he was able to garner are legendary and deservedly so. I think too often we let these moments pass. But when I saw Harvey recently, I said, Harvey, I want you in Albany, and I want you to really get the thank yous that you deserve for a life of public service that, at least in the people I know, is unparalleled. And so as you sit here today with your daughter Vicki and Marie Curley, who is also an Assembly legend in her own right, who certainly helped me get there, we just want to say thank you. Personally, I would not be here today without Harvey. Harvey hired me as a lifeguard in 1998. Not sure he gave me a correct lifeguard test. He told me swim out to there and come back and then said, now you're a lifeguard. I managed to do that. But Harvey also really helped make me an assemblyman and got me where I am today. And just two very quick things. Harvey once came up to me right when I got sworn in, and he said, I have a really big piece of advice for you. And he gave me a hug, and I thought he was going to tell me a critical piece of advice as to how to be a legislator. You know, there's no book on this. And he looked at me and he said, avoid the Cross Bronx at all expense. But what he really said after I laughed was, do what's right, do what's right, do what's right. And if that guides you at least in a few precious moments in these halls, then I think we'll get somewhere. So on behalf of a grateful Senate, a grateful Long Island, and a grateful New York, thank you, Harvey Weisenberg.